Good evening, good day, good afternoon, wherever you are. We continue our study of the 8 movements of Yantra Yoga, 8 movements to purify the prana. Today, our program is to see the 5th and the 6th. These two have the same kind of holding, even though in a different stage of the application, as the next one, even if it's not declared. Anyway, the 5th and the 6th. The 5th is for the fast inhalation. We finish the 4th, and is a fast exhalation. We start the 5th fast inhalation. After the fast inhalation, there is close hold. The 6th is close hold, specifically for close hold. The 6th is not only to experience close hold, but also experiencing how we go into close hold. And so is quite important, the 6th. Because, as I said already, close hold is important in the practice of Yantra. The point is that should be done in the proper condition. And so both these movements, they have a way to prepare the inhalation so that it's creating that precise condition as best as we can. But before, we have to do our purification of the impure prana, and we do some warm-ups specifically for these kind of movements. So we start. As I said, if it's possible, we have our feet a little raised. With the not too much open. And the feet possibly looking a little to the side. First we do 2 or 3 deep fluid breathings, starting from below inhalation, starting from the top exhalation, direct, without blocking, controlling, or modifying, straight from the nostrils in and out, position of Aerochana with the back straight. So we do the quick alignment, arms along the side of the head, stretch up like touching the ceiling, and then keeping the sides up, bringing down the arms so that the thumb and the ring finger, they can grab the sides of the knees. If the knees are a little higher, as I said, even higher a little than I have, then you can be really very precisely also in that position. And remember, one line between the tip of the nose and the navel. Okay, we go, inhale, opening up nicely, exhaling without stopping the breath, empty hold, stay empty a little more, then go to the other side, inhaling, all the way up, immediately exhale, grain of barley, empty, the other side. The last time. Try to breathe from below and exhale from the top. Now inhale nice in the center, exhale in the position, and then elbows to the side, back straight. Exhale completely, a little empty. Okay, so we are ready for some warm-ups. We start preparing a little in general, checking our feet. There's one and the other. If you feel confident, you can shake both. You can still lay back on the chair for balance. Then the knees. Then put up and lay down. The breath always smooth. Relax. But let it open. Then if you can, you put it on top. And without putting pressure on the knee, you move a little bit forward. Pay attention to the breath. If you can, you stay a little more down. You can hold onto the leg of the chair. cross over, because the sixth has the same position as the third. And then we bend down like this. And we switch. We let it on the side, relax. On top of the knee. Slowly, slowly swinging. From the navel, not from the head, not from the shoulders. Bring the navel forward. If you can, don't push it. Cross over. Again, swing from the navel. Okay. Now the arms. Stretch. Stretch a little more. This side. A little more. Pull. The other. Pull. Hold on to the side. Stretch the side. So without bending this arm, keep this arm straight and give you a good support. The other side. You can do it in movement, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Okay. Now we push to the shoulder blade. The other side. When you rotate, feet and fist. Always the breath is smooth. Shake your legs. Also your arms. Breathing smoothly. Okay. Now we go a moment to the side like this. Put your hand at the root of the thigh and let it stretch gently. And then we turn and face the foot. You can, if you want to make it stronger, you go on the back of the chair and do a little more twist. Again, depends what chair you have. Then we go back in the center, the other side. And turn and look. Okay, back at the center. We do like this. Feel yourself really nicely stable. Inhale and turn. Exhale down. Inhale and turn. Inhale, turn. Exhale down. Okay. Let's shake again. Now let's see how is the neck. Should be already quite nice, but better we do it a little more relaxing. So put the heel of your hand at the crown of the head on the side. Let gravity very gently stretch. Then the other side. Okay, let's check the neck. Now it's much better also. And now maybe you go on the back like this or like this, and be sure that your back is straight and controlled. And then inhale, stretching back the head, exhale, coming forward. Now inhale in the center, exhale to the side. Basically, you try to look over your shoulder with the head straight. Now, like putting the ear to the shoulder. Inhale, coming in the center. Exhale, going to the side. And then circling. Exhaling forward, inhaling backward. I will never be tired to say, breathe smoothly. Then the other direction. Again, turn. Again, inhale, going back. Exhale. And try to really put the chin against the chest, not pretending, but really pushing the chin against the chest. Inhale nicely so you stretch the back, and then go down without letting the sides down, and press. Okay. Now we do this movement, keeping the back straight, go to the side, inhale and exhale. Or you can inhale, but without turning, keeping looking in front. Only the arm. Cross as much as you can. Whichever way you like more, but the arm wrap around without wrapping around the torso. Now we have to train how start the beginning of the sixth, because I'm training that now. So we are like this. Actually, we are like this, but then we start from here. So inhale. And then lifting the foot, you cross over and cross the arm the same way as the legs. When the right goes over the left, also the right arm goes over the left. Open, close, open, open, close, open, close, in, out, in, out. Remember, when you go out, you come up with the foot. The foot that is down, you don't leave it down, come up. Unless you are on the blocks, and then you don't have to do it. And move forward a little bit. Open up the other side. Okay. We shake a little bit more. And now we look at the fifth. For that, now you can hold onto the side of the chair. And in this case, it's better if you stay back on the chair. You can hold onto something, or the side, or the base. I don't know how to say this, here. And come back. We inhale and exhale. And then, still holding on the side, feet flat. Inhale and exhale. And you do not open very much the knee. Try to come parallel and then slide back. And then to balance, we come down. You can also do it, hands at the root of the thighs. And then we remain a moment here, relaxing and opening the breath. sometimes on the chair, if you want to relax, you can also relax turning around and really doing like this, depending on the chair you have. Sometimes you can even put a pillow and relax it like this. When you put a pillow in front, automatically your breath tends to expand more on the back. And especially in this time, you find many doctors that are advising to help expanding our lungs from the back, because it's very important and very healthy in general, even if you don't have anything. Okay, now, if we use the block, then to do this, then this, and then you don't really have to raise because it's already up. I said if this were a little higher would be better, but then you just can go like this, keeping the back straight. Now we do the first of the head movement that we already done, the first 4. We do one after the other. I will simply give instruction on the breathing. And then slowly you can introduce the rhythm. But remember, the basic rhythm is 2. 1, 2. So when it's long, it's the double. Either it's inhaling or exhaling. That's it. If you remember that, you don't really need very much an external rhythm to be said, because you start to, you establish your 2 counts, and then you keep that and keep the movement attuned in these 2 counts, following the counts. And when it's longer, it's just double. So it's not very difficult. Certain point, the rhythm is something you have more to feel for yourself. Okay. So first I show you how they are. The first one, for the open hold, for the long inhalation. This one. And then there's the open hold with tense in the body. Exhale, inhale, and exhale. Then the second, I do only one side. Inhale and exhale. Then inhale, coming to the forehead, elbow up, open hold. Keep holding to the side. Exhale, inhale, and exhale. That is one. Then start again. Inhale and exhale and do the second. And then again, inhale and exhale and do the third. And the third on the back is like this. Men have the left fist over the right, and women the right over the left at the nape. when you circle around through the eyebrows, at the side of the ears, and then down. This is the second. The third, inhale, exhale. In here, if it was the real, there would be already a crossing while we inhale, but here doesn't really work that way. It's better we stay like this. Inhale and exhale. Then inhale, open, hold. Inhale, yes, open, hold, and turn. If it's not a problem, you move a little bit the foot so you're more stable. Here you turn as much as you can. Go down, still holding, and then exhale. And then inhale and exhale. And go the other side. Inhale, open it slightly, just slightly to free the breath. Open, hold, directed hold, exhale, inhale, and exhale. The third. The fourth, we come up from below. We are like this. Inhale. We can do already lift the feet. Exhale, feet down. Inhale, slowly. Open, hold. Quick exhalation. Inhale, feet up, exhale. These are the first four. So now we do together. If you want to feel yourself with the back straight, you can stretch up. A couple of nice exhalations to prepare. Okay, let's go. In, out. Slow in. Open, hold, tensing. Out. In, out. In, out. Slow in. Open, hold. Out. In, out. In, out. Slow in. Open, hold. Out. In, out. Second one. In, out. Men out to the left, women out to the right. In, open, hold, directed hold, out. In, out. Second part, in, out, right for men, left for women. In, open, hold, keep holding, out. In, out. Third part together. In, out. In from outside. Open, hold. Keep holding, out. in, out. Now we do the third. In, men left over the right, women right over left, out, in, open hold, directed hold, out, in, out, in, out, changing leg, in, open hold, directed hold, out, in, out. Now the fourth for fast exhalation. In, crossing, like the first, out, forward, slow in, level of the shoulders, open hold, quick exhalation, in, feet up, out, feet down. Cross the arms, in, feet up, out, slow in, open hold, out, in, feet up, out, feet down. Crossing over, in, feet up, down, slow in, open hold, in, feet up, down. Okay, now we have to look at the fifth. Fifth is fast inhalation. So I told you before about how this movement has some characteristic of preparing, conditioning, or shaping the inhalation so that creates a kind of optimal, let's say, condition for the close hold. The close hold happens below the navel, or the area around the navel, you feel it. And in order to do that, first of all, you should breathe from below. And then you should have the held air should be below, should be held below, not in the chest, not in the stomach, but below. So both this movement and the next, they have a way of inhaling that is guiding the air to be not too much and as much as possible below. And in order to see this here, we have to see, I already told you what we did before, is exercise. But now here we do it without necessarily arch the head back. That is in the movement, in the sixth. But here in the fifth, you have, like Vairochana, you have to stretch the nape. Stretch the nape very nicely. And then, without letting the sides drop, if you want, you can even do like this to be sure that you're really straight. And then bring the chin to the chest. But not pretending or going down like this. No, no, no. You are straighten the nape. And then you don't think I go down. Think I go back with the chin, back. And then I press it as much as possible on the root of the throat, and then move down and breathe. If you have done it correctly, what should happen is that the air that you inhale, you feel it in the abdomen, doesn't come to the chest. That is what the movement of inhalation done in the way that the fifth or the movement is done, it fosters this action in this way so that there is no much air because we inhale quickly and then it is below. If there is a little bit coming up, when we do the position for the hold, is already correcting that. But already if you breathe correctly, the air is focused below. The point is that there should be something helping, because otherwise people, especially when they inhale quickly, they tend to breathe in the chest. And then, no, you don't breathe in the chest, because if you breathe in the chest, and then you tend to create pressure in the chest. The closed hold is here, should not be here. So this is something that is important, because some people, well, in the chair is much more simple, but there might be still this tendency that some people, when we do it normal, they come up in the movement, they inhale, opening up all the throat and then close. But if you do like this, they say that the hawks are already out of the stable. It is already gone. Then already that supposed function of the way of inhaling coming up is gone. And so we have to remember that we have to try to apply this the moment we start to inhale. So now I show you the movement, and so it's more clear. We can also pretend this is not really necessary to lift the feet, because we are really pretending we are rolling back as it is in the ground. So we can come up if we want, but not necessarily. And then we exhale forward. And here we should be, in reality, if we had to really follow precise the movement, going down all the way. But then here becomes a little bit maybe too much, especially if you don't have the blocks. Then is a bit too much compared to the movement on the ground. So it's better again to lift the feet. Or we don't go forward too much. Exhale well, but stay here. And then, when we come up, we are supposed to start inhaling, closing. I show you slow motion. We start inhaling fast. We should go here, and then we should get here, what we did before, in this position. Like this. The feet, the knees together or parallel, and the back straight. So on the ground is like this. From here and goes up. You see the distance here would be a bit too much. Okay, so I'm saying this for the people who know it on the ground, and then they think that it's changing a bit too much. But no, if we are sure, if we are careful to exhale very well, at the end, we really do like this. And then here we have to do without the help of this to exhale very well before inhaling. We can do this after, but we cannot do it like this. Then we can do it on the ground. Okay, so I show you now how it is. It's still better to have something. Just before doing, when you come up, you go on the tip of your toes. That is the movement. So, this part, this, here is kind of almost easier because you don't have the Vajra fist. Just you can have a nice purchase where on the back of the chair where you feel really stable. The back of the chair, because otherwise if you put too much in front, that the chair can come forward. You go on the back of the chair. And then you get really intense the whole body while pressing the chin against the chest. You tense the whole body. That is what you should do in that point of the movement. Okay, that is the difference between the two movements. Now we do the full sequence. We arrive like this from the previous one. Then, as I said, we can lift the feet or not. Inhale and exhale. You come forward and keep the arms along the side. In this case, you have to keep also the arms controlled. Otherwise, you don't exhale very well. If you keep the arms like this, that you can't exhale very well. It should stay the arms straight. Okay? Really straight. If you get the arms straight, you also tend to have the rib cage a little bit contracting. So you exhale nicely, even if we don't go all the way down. And then from here, while inhaling, you start straightening the back, inhaling from below, and then immediately you close the chin against the chest so that now you inhibit, you don't really let the air starting to come out in the chest, and go up in the position. Here you tense the entire body, keeping pressuring the chin against the chest so that you have also a central downward pressure so that it's definitely clear anything in the chest. And because of the position and this, and you have a control also of the side. Also you do Chuntseli, you have to tense the body completely. And then exhale slowly, coming back in 4 counts. And then inhale and go forward. You can put your finger on the toes. That's once. And then you continue from here. We inhale, go up, exhale. If I do like this, for example, and give me a very good purchase, here, after you have inhale quickly and down the close hold, then after a close hold, you might have a little bit of to open the throat because the close hold is closed. So, okay. But after, when you are here, you should let it go. Not let tension in the throat. Open it. So when you exhale, you don't go because it's something that can happen. Okay? All right. I think it's enough. Now we can do it together. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale quickly. Hold close, tense the body. Exhale slowly. In 4 counts. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale quickly. Hold. Exhale slowly. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Arms controlled. Quickly. Hold. Exhale slowly. Okay. I try to do it a little slow side so people can eventually stay more connected to the flow. Here, in this case, if somebody cannot come up like this, but has to stay like this, it's not a terrible thing. Can also work. If you can come up, is more corresponding. But even if you cannot come up for some reason, then it's also possible. If we are just depending on the chair and the proportion of the floor, as usual. So just to fix, let's do it once more, only once. Inhale. exhale, in quickly, hold, hands, exhale, slowly, inhale, exhale. Okay, I suppose it's clear. Now, while I was doing something came to my mind. Yes, when it says quickly, doesn't mean super quick. It is on the fast side, and also because of everything, you don't take too much air. It's not like this. It's more, but still, it's not, and it's not in the chest. Okay, next one, the sixth, 4 close hold. So we arrived here, and then we have to open as we train. And now man cross the right over the left first. And here we have to grab in this way. So it would be possible you could grab the big toe with your finger and put it and take it really back. And the other, the other should be getting the other foot. But of course, on the chair is not possible. And so that's why I repeat, compared to the third, and also this one the same, if you have the blocks and the right height, then you don't need anything particular. But otherwise, you have to lift the foot. Otherwise, you don't get that function very well. Okay? So we do like this. Otherwise, you can grab the ankle or the shin, something. The point is you have to end up in this situation with your arms, pretty much like this, you know, that we did before, this exercise that we did before. Well, you do like this, and then you see, you keep the clothes up here. These correspond, the previous one, to this. Closing the chin with the back straight, then you focus the breath below, and as when we do this, you remain like this down, keeping really your elbow down. And if you breathe, always from the nostrils. And then you see that you breathe mostly below. Doesn't come much at all up in the chest. And then when you have cleared this, you bring it down. And C should have the same function. If you let go and open, then doesn't have that function anymore. So you really have to be careful that the arms up here are closing the shoulders, closing the space in the upper chest. So we are, first we are like this, back straight. We come down a little bit exhaling. Also we can grab in this way nicely our big toe, but not too much and push it, just exhaling. When you do this, and now you try to keep it here so that this one remain closed, and then inhale and go back. So here, the action is to bring the nape to the base of the neck. Not so easy, it's very quite strong, and necks sometimes cannot do that. But that's the idea, and basically, the idea is also connected with the fact that in this way, especially if you are doing on the floor with two legs like this, is a little more complicated to keep the back straight. Then if you do this action, you straighten the back quite nicely. Straighten the side, straighten the back. So here, the advice I give, instead of focusing your mind in bringing the nape back, you think, let the head go back, but think in bringing the navel forward makes the dynamic of the movement smoother. The effect is exactly the same, only that brings less stress somehow in the movement of the neck, and so makes it easier. So from here, and now you hold. You hold here, and first to the open side, so where there is not the thigh in the way, you try to bring the ear to the shoulder. Then you start continuing the circling and bring the chin to the chest. This is like the previous one. And if you have the back straight, you also have a little bit of the sides control because of the position. And then you keep going. And you try to look above the other shoulder, straight. And when we do this, it's directed hold. But don't worry. Don't worry. What you do, you keep holding, and the movement is doing something. You don't have to intentionally do something. You just keep the position correct, go over, and by this action is happening. So don't get worried about that. You still keep holding, and that's all you have to do. And then exhale. Inhale. And exhale. And this is the sixth. Now I show you once to the other side. Again, I've done it slow, so can see the movement. I repeat again, both sides. And I say what I'm doing. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Open hold. Actually, I think it's like this, but this is close hold. Directed hold. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Thank you. Inhale. Exhale. The other way. Inhale. Hold. 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 Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. No, I might have made a mistake. Let me see. Okay, So now we do together. I repeat, guide. Men cross first the right over the left, women first the left over the right, and then switch. Ready? In, out, in, hold, 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 out, in, out, in, out, in, hold, 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 out, in, out. Again, in, out, in, hold, 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 out, in, out, in, out, in, hold, 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 out, in, out. Okay, this is the sixth, and so we look at the fifth and the sixth. They are both applying close hold. And again, is quite important to understand. Actually, my understanding of this, the sixth, is that is not immediately applying close hold. If we do this one, immediately you finish to inhale and you are in close hold. You're already down, you tense the body, you go in close hold. If sometimes people have a doubt, but what is close hold? What is open hold? You do the first one, feeling here completely wide and open, and the breath stays there, relaxed, but that is an open hold. And interestingly, they are both with Chunsel. And then you do this, and then you really feel, here there is not this sensation of staying and this and open. There is nothing. Here, there is a sensation of something fullness, a fullness here. That's open hold and close hold. Open, closed. So if you have any doubt, you can plug this one and the other and see the difference. If you don't feel any difference, then there is a problem. Probably it means that when you do the first, you do it in a way that you tend to close. So you have to really understand how to keep it well open, really stretching up very well so you can open up the rib cage and less space. Here, when you do this, the rib cage is completely closed. It's tucked. There is expanding, here is tucked. So it's really very different. So anyway, what I was saying is that when we are here in this moment, and this moment is not closed yet. So as I said before, that is training not just close hold, but it's training how you get to close hold and then how you keep the close hold somehow. Because here, as much as they go up, you see, I can talk, because here the throat is kind of not closed. And then when I come down like this, inside there is an action of kind of jilva, of directing. We can feel it. It's a little similar to this. Close ear, direct down. Ear, instead of the arm that is going toward the ear, is the ear that goes going toward the shoulder. And you can feel some pressure. And then when it's finally surely well done, already most of the air was already focused down for the way we inhaled, and then plus this, now when you're here, you are really in close hold. And if you really grab here and stretch this, then your sides are controlled. So when you do this in front, you don't bend doing this. You always have to be sure that you keep the back straight and the sides up. And then at this point, it's very similar to before. You see the chin down, the sides contracted, like the previous movement, close hold, and then you keep this pressure with the next phase, and then exhale. So more or less, this is how I understand this movement is working. So now we do our 7 fast exhalation, and we finish the session for today. And tomorrow we finish our 8 movements, and we will do also a little bit of rhythmic breathing tomorrow to finish. Okay, let's go. Inhaling, really letting go, letting expel nicely and strongly the air. And then relax. Okay, so thank you very much, everybody. For today, we are done. Have a nice continuation of the day or the night. Bye-bye.